Guys, it's me. I'm back. What's up, party people? We're like, Mads, come on. No! All right, this show is taking a turn for the. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to an amazing episode of Monster Bass Live. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. I certainly hope that you can, because when I look at my screen, it's a weird color. So first question for everyone sitting at home is, can you see me? Because that's what I want to know. Okay, great. You can see me. Guys, I got to tell you, we got a great show for you today. We got Marty the Party Lawson on the show. Hopefully he's going to tell us where all the bodies are buried. If not, we're going to call the president up and see if he wants to tell me. As you guys know, I'm moving. And I got 30 days as September. I got 6 days until the end of the month. 6 days until the end of the month, guys. And I got to tell you, I almost became homeless this week. So my girlfriend says, let's go take the dog for a walk, as we always do. And I get out the door at 6 a.m. I get out the door, and I'm halfway down the driveway, and I'm like, hold on, I got to go back. She's like, where are you going? I'm like, I got to go to the garage. I want to open the garage up so when I come back I can go straight into the garage because, I'm trying to clean it. And she's giving me a whole bunch of heat. We don't need to do it, just, whatever. So I go back. I go through the house, and I go to the garage, and I push the garage door opener. Garage door doesn't open. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Hit it like 2-3 more times. Nothing. And then I hear something. And I walk around to the corner by the refrigerator, and I see this. Showing. It was going to be really exciting because I'm going to have to show it to you from my phone, and I apologize. I hope you can all hear this. But here's what. Can you hear this? This is what I heard. And this is what I saw. This is the outlet in my wall on fire. And had I not gone into the garage, I would have taken a 45-minute walk and come home to the sound of fire engines on my street because my whole house would burn down. So that was pretty scary. So then I left and went to my meeting. And on the way, guys, stop and go traffic on the 101. Well, I stopped, and the car behind me decided not to. Ran into me. It's been a heck of a week already. Yet I'm still 6 days away from having a home. I don't know where I'm going to live. I don't. But it's going to be great. I'm not worried. Because that's just how it rolls. All right. We got a great show for you. Our guest today I think I met him about, I don't know, 18, 20 years ago when the government gave me a call to strategize on infiltrating a foreign government, and they wanted my opinion on maybe the right way to go about it. And so they called me up, and I'll never forget the first conversation I had, and this one's going to feel just like the last one. So let's give a big warm welcome to our good friend, Marty Lawson. How's it going,
Hello.
Marty?
Good. What's up?
You know, I'm just chilling.
Just chilling?
I mean, not homeless yet.
Yet.
Wow.
Like I said, I got a spare bedroom. We could go fishing. We could do the live from right here at Studio Lawson, my fish room. All my stuff.
Wow.
All my stuff.
Now, do you just put whatever up on the wall, or does it have to be stuff that you like, or you got to round out the space, so you need lots of stuff?
No, wow, my camera's screwed up here. So I purchase a lot of what I like, and then there's stuff that folks have given me over time, or I hit some yard sale and buy a whole bin of stuff, and out of that bin I might keep 10 things. So what I do is, in our local area, we have once a year at 2 different places we have a fishing flea market. So I pack everything up that I have in an extra bin, and I take it there, and I sell stuff, and whatever I make, I buy more of the stuff that I want.
I love that.
So it works. And I mean, there's communities all over the country that do that. You just got to find the small ones, not just, a flea market, but it has to be specified. Outdoors, hunting, fishing, flea market. But I go and I make $1,000, $1,200, $1,500.
Wait, selling stuff?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
I sell it real cheap. And then I always give stuff away to kids. I think gave away some rods and reels this year to kids walking around, especially when the dad's there and the dad's looking at stuff and the boy's just looking, and he's got big eyes and he's looking at this and he's pointing things for his dad. Then I just strike up a conversation with the little fella and find out that he likes fishing. He likes fishing with his dad. And then I asked, do you have a tackle box? Do you have a fishing pole? Do you have, and a lot of times the dad will speak up and say, well, I want to take him out to catch crappie, or, go out and just let them have fun. I'll go pick up a rod and a reel and put it together and give it to them. Because there's nothing better than that. I'd rather the kids be outdoors, fishing and having a good time instead of sitting in front of a computer screen or phone screen or whatever. Anything I can do for the kids makes it nice. So, yep.
I like that. You're not a bad guy.
Don't say that to my wife. She'll definitely disagree. I'm horrible.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm getting the same thing these days.
Yeah.
I don't really understand it. So, what's the fishing like over in your part of the country, Maryland?
I'm not in Maryland. I'm in Virginia.
Or Virginia, sorry.
Don't say same.
It's the same.
Please. Well, the weather.
Virginia's for lovers, Maryland's for
crabs. Yeah, don't merge the two together, please.
I love crabs.
Good. But the weather's been really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sunday it got up to 87 degrees, and then the high Monday was like 58.
Wow.
It's just, yeah. And then it dropped back down, into the low 30s again. So your water temperature is going up and down, and it's pretty tough.
Yeah.
But stop. But you do what you got to do. You go out and you throw everything you got, and if you catch something, you catch something. If you don't, at least you're out on the water. So,
yeah, right.
But one of the things that I enjoy doing when I'm out on the water is I enjoy looking at all the wildlife out there, because so many people just don't even lift their heads up and look around. And I see eagles and ospreys and kingfishers and pileated woodpeckers and fox and deer and muskrat, beaver, otter. You just got to look around. Don't just go out there and just keep casting. Stop once in a while, take a deep breath, be grateful for being able to be out there and do what you enjoy, but also look around at what has been created for us.
Oh. It sounds to me like you're a man of God.
I am. And it got a whole lot stronger when I went through cancer. So
I bet.
Yep. I used to sit and ask myself, God kept me around for a reason. I don't know what it is, but here we are. That might just be it.
That might just be it.
Yep.
That might just be it.
I mean, I share stories with people of, things I went through with cancer and my friends with PTSD, and I take care of my buddies, take care of my friends, and that might be the reason why he kept me around, to take care of other people, make other people smile. Plus, you don't sweat the small stuff as much.
You can't.
No, you'll drive yourself into the grave. I just turned 62 on Monday. Happy birthday to me.
Well, Marty, you just kind of stole my thing. I was going to do some rundowns on birthdays, but all right. Well, let's say happy birthday to Marty. 62. We got T-Rex. His birthday's on Monday. And you know what he wants to do for his birthday?
Go fishing.
No. He wants to get in the car and drive down here and go to lunch with me.
Cool.
I understand that, but like, it's his birthday. He can do anything he wants. Like, I don't know that having your birthday lunch with me. I mean, now granted, you're going to get to fill up your car with a bunch of stuff, and that might make it worth it. But
well, that didn't happen when I saw you and we had lunch.
Yeah.
I left with a full belly and had to drive another 3 hours.
Yeah.
But hey, you've hooked me up and treated me very well, so I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Let me this is going to be the last time that you come on this show and we talk about cancer unless you bring it up, okay?
Okay.
I'm not going to bring it up again.
Okay, good.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
When you were sitting in the doctor's office and the doctor said, "You've got cancer," do you remember what that felt like?
So a little history lesson here for you about my cancer. Started out as I had an ache in the shoulder. The doctor put me on Medrol dose packs, right? Essentially steroids to try and tamp down what was going on in my shoulder. I went to a meeting in Pennsylvania. I came back April 1st. I told my wife, it's really bothering me and it feels like it's swelling up. She looked at it. It was all red and hot. So right to the VA we go. The doctor stuck a syringe in, pulled out nothing but nastiness. They rushed me down to the ER and put me on high doses of antibiotics. The next morning they did surgery. They went in and they cleaned all the stuff out of my shoulder. They send me home, open wound. 2.5 weeks later, the infection's back. That happened 4 times. They couldn't figure out what the infection was. They had infectious diseases involved and all these people in the hospital. Couldn't figure out what it was. They were essentially getting ready to take my arm because they didn't want the infection to go from my shoulder into my heart, being it's so close. Okay. So they're talking about that, and then a lymph node popped up on my neck and under my arm. They biopsied it. Come to find out, the cancer was masking as an infection the whole time. And it was a blood cancer. And the only place the blood cancer was in this shoulder. Essentially it's, I went in for the bone marrow biopsy, and the intern walks out with this pamphlet and hands it to my wife, says this is the type of cancer he has, and the survivability rate was about 20%. And my wife just looks at it like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Went for the bone marrow biopsy, and I said, well, I'm gonna beat this. Well, 6 rounds of chemo, 5 days each, and I beat it.
Damn. And what was that like? Like this, chemo?
My doctor called me his weirdo. The chemo, he said the chemo he gave me, I shouldn't have been able to get out of bed. I never got sick. I never got nauseous. I'd get done with chemo on a Tuesday night. I'd get up at 3 o'clock the next morning and take a bus to the Pentagon and sit at my desk and work. Just didn't affect me. Chemo didn't affect me. The only thing that I got out of it really is a shoulder that looks like I've been shot. I have no muscle tissue in my shoulder. But I have neuropathy in my feet and in my thighs. So it feels like pins and needles all the time. But if that's the worst that I got out of it, I'm okay with it.
And so did you always have faith, or when did it play a big role in your life, and how did you go from maybe not having it to being like, okay, I need it.
I'll tell you exactly when it really happened. During my second round of chemo, it was probably a Tuesday or Monday, whatever. And my wife had been there with me in the morning, and I sent her home to avoid traffic. And she was gone, and I'm sitting on the edge of the bed, and I'm like, okay, what's up? I'm not a little guy. I've always been in good shape. And it's like, why do I have cancer? Why do I have this rare cancer? I heard a knock on the door, and this frail older woman walked into my room, and she grabbed a chair and she pulled it up. She sat in front of me, and she took my hands, both my hands and hers, and said, we need to pray. And we prayed and talked for about 45 minutes to an hour. She got up, she looked at me, and she said, "Now you know what to do." And she left. No one knows who she was. Okay? Nobody. Never heard of her. Don't know who she was. Don't know where she came from. Nothing. That struck me in a very special way. And kind of feel like that woman was my guardian angel. And she got me back into praying. And to this day, I pray every day, sometimes more than once a day, because I'm thankful. Thankful for what I have. I'm thankful for the people around me, the friends I've made, my ability to go fishing, my ability to work, my pets, the roof over my head, the food in my belly that God provides me from his bounty. Everything.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
why God kept me here? It might be me telling that story. It was remarkable. And I will tell you this, the only other time I had an overwhelming feeling like there was a spiritual presence, the only other time I had that, besides talking to this woman, is when I walked into St. Peter's Cathedral in Vatican. I walked into the atrium and I had this uplifting feeling that everything's going to be okay. And she brought that to me, and it was just amazing.
I mean,
But I do. I pray every night, and there's times that I'm out fishing, and I just thank God for the beauty that he creates, our ability to enjoy it. And that's why I said, look around. Get your head up sometimes. Look around and see what there is to see.
yeah.
Because it's amazing. It's amazing that we get to do this. So, yeah, that's kind of my big cancer story. So,
well, first of all, thank you for sharing that story. That's truly an amazing story, and I'm grateful that she came into your room. I'm grateful that you prayed, and I'm grateful that you have the faith that you have, because it clearly helps you, live a fuller life. And so for that, I'm grateful.
yeah, and I mean, the one thing I want to instill is that I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I believe in our Savior, Jesus Christ. Not everyone does.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I can't be your friend.
Yeah.
Just like political views.
100%.
Okay? There's some things that we can agree to disagree on. And I'm fine with that. I'll still sit down and have a beer with you. We just won't talk about religion, or we won't talk about politics, or, we'll talk about fishing. We'll talk about hunting. We'll talk about woodworking, whatever.
You know what else we could talk about?
You being homeless.
We could do that. Or we could talk about Ralph Boyd.
There he is.
What is
My
up,
buddy, my
guys?
fishing partner.
Yes, we had a great time. Finally got my first fish in Virginia.
Yep, he did. He
wait,
caught one. I didn't.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
He's going through security.
Yeah. But boy, do we have a story to tell you.
Comrade.
The story I'm going to tell you is all about this stupid thing.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, we're going to he's frozen, so we're going to remove him for a minute. We're going to go back to us.
All right.
Ralph might be in the MPs might be taking Ralph away because I yelled comrade.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, if I can provide inspiration to one person, I'm blessed. So there you have it.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to talk about some bait hacks? Until
Sure.
Ralph gets back?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you got for us?
All right. Couple things. The first one I want to go over is grande bass.
Okay, tell me.
All right. So here's this one is just blue flake, right?
Yeah.
See, I have the band in the middle. Well,
Is that a snake-o?
That's a rattlesnake.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, rattlesnake. So one of the things that I discovered was I was using essentially like a circle hook in the middle, and the hookup ratio was horrible. And I think it's only because of the girth and how much movement this thing has in the middle. I was getting horrible hook sets. So I switched it up. I used a straight shank VMC number 2 hook on these things. Make sure that, I put a nail weight in the head.
Yeah.
So it drops like this. So you always want to make sure that your hook point is up. But I tell you, that's one little hack for the folks that are using this thing that like to rig it up Nico. Go with a straight shank hook. My hookup ratio increased by 85%.
I mean, that must mean you were catching fish.
I was. When I switched it over, I was catching a lot of fish. But the one thing that I would love to see in this thing,
What?
I would like to see oxblood, the color oxblood.
Okay.
Which is kind of that real dark red. And I'd also like to see something in white or pearl, because this makes such a great trailer for spinnerbaits, chatterbaits. But here in Virginia, when I throw a spinnerbait, I have a white curly tail grub on.
Yeah.
And the other thing is when I fish this Nico, I mean, it kind of looks like a leech, but when those shad are moving all around in the shallows, I'd love to have something that imitated close to a shad in that white color, so I could cast this out and it just looks like a shad bouncing on the bottom. I really want white and I really want oxblood. If those
I can do that.
That would be amazing.
I can do that for you. I'm placing an order tomorrow morning for some reorders. Somebody asked for a Morning Dawn in a airtail stick, which is the Senko that has the
right.
And I can place the next order because we're gonna. We've got our flipping the busy. We got the new Busy Beaver, and I'm placing an order for the Busy Beaver, and I'll give you a call. Since you're out enjoying nature and looking at the animals, you can tell me what color in the Busy Beaver that you'd like.
That I can do.
Okay. Just Ralph's backstage and he's getting anxious. He's already texted me and been like, guys, don't talk about stuff without me, guys.
Yeah,
guys.
I'll tell you. One of my favorite colors is that Trophy Hunter. That two-tone color is just amazing.
Amazing.
Yep. So my two favorite colors is.
Speaking of amazing, I've got a bait coming in next month that has from a brand that hasn't been in our box before. It's a California brand, and I'm going to let the chat try and tell me who it is. What do you think it is, Marty?
I have no clue.
Oh, come on.
I'm 3,000 miles away. How am I supposed to know?
I mean, it's a California brand. Don't make me put you backstage and bring Ralph on board to see if he can tell me.
Well, he lived in California. He probably knows.
He didn't go fishing once in California.
Yes, he did.
No.
Yeah.
It's not Chunk Chasers, T-Rex. Who can tell me what the brand is? Coley should be able to figure this one out.
Someone said Biz Baits.
No, Biz Baits is not from California.
I'm not seeing anything in chat.
Yeah, I'm not. I see like, first of all, I see like
Magbay or Cool Bait.
I wouldn't put something called Cool Baits. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Robo. Wow.
Yeah, Robo
Cool.
Worms. Robo Worms making their appearance in the box next week or next month. Oh, I guess it is next week.
I got some of them over there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So,
can you give us a hint at what kind of worm it is, or?
yeah, it's their best-selling worm. It's like a
The straight tail,
like a 5 or 6 inch straight tail worm. I don't remember what it was.
Cool.
Yeah.
Special promotional color for you?
I mean, let's remember that GSM bought Robo Worm.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you're getting any special colors, but
All right. All right.
not Finch Bill. All right, let's go get Ralph, should we?
Let's get Ralph so he can tell our story.
He won't. Look at him. He's not even there.
There we go.
There he is.
Ralph was changing his clothes.
Yeah, just
We were trying to catch him.
appear in uniform.
All right, where's Ralph now? Are you at the frat house? What are you doing?
No, I'm walking downstairs. I feel like I'm in a.
Oh, walking downstairs.
Well,
there
you
he
go.
goes.
Ralph,
All right,
do it, everybody.
You want to do another bait hack?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, another bait hack. How many people have heard of that?
The beetle spin.
The old beetle spin,
Of course,
right?
every kid on the planet.
So I really like fishing a Kitech with a swim jig head, a minnow style head. I like the Z-Man minnow heads because they don't tear up the Kitech as much. Kitech is extremely soft. They don't last real long. So you really got to be mindful of the keeper that you're using with your jig head.
Yep.
So sometimes instead of throwing an underspin, which I'll have rigged up, if I have a Kitech rigged up, I'll have an underspin rigged up with a fluke type bait or some other minnow bait. But this little thing right here is really, it just gives it a little something extra. You take the beetle spin jig head off, you thread on your Kitech, and now you got a little bit more flash and a different place to tie the line.
So why don't they call that an overspin?
I guess you would call it an overspin. It's
I
over
mean,
the
we
top.
call the other one an underspin.
Right. But I mean, those beetle spins are what? $2-3.
$2,
You go to Ollie's and you can get them for $1 a piece. You get a bunch of them and you rig them up, and you're all set.
And then resell them for $19 and tell them that they're JDM. I got these new JDM overspinners, guys.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm gonna show you. Oh, go ahead. I'm gonna wait till you're done.
Okay. No, I'm done with that one. Go ahead.
Ralph's back, I think.
Maybe.
There we go. I don't know why my phone keeps doing this. I'm switching to the tablet.
Okay. Are you done switching?
Are you still gonna be here?
There we go.
Oh my God, what is going on here? Why do we have two Ralphs?
Because he's on his phone and his tablet.
All right, there we
There
go.
we
Now I'm on the
Oh
tablet.
my God.
I was driving from a meeting. I'm the deputy mayor for my neighborhood on base, and we have a
Wait a
monthly.
minute. You're the deputy mayor for the neighborhood?
Yeah.
You didn't even win the mayor?
No, I'm
Like
the
the backup?
Yes. Yeah. So I had to
Was
go to
the
that
other
one.
guy that was on here just a minute ago, the fourth guy, was that the mayor?
No, the other guy is flying a helicopter somewhere over Washington, D.C. right now.
Oh my goodness. What is going on here?
He had to go on a mission, so he was like, "I won't be able to make the meeting, so you're going to take it." So he's somewhere in a helicopter, probably flying over my house right now.
Wow. So we got second place. All right. Well. All right. Well, Ralph, again, thank you for your service. I understand that you guys are going to tell a story about something that took place on the thing.
About this.
Let's see.
Yeah.
No. Trying
No.
to see what else works. No.
The way you had it was better. Now it's just me. Are you even there? Now it's just me. Hello.
Can't you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. So I was gonna let you set up the whole story so that you were nice
right.
and big, and then I was gonna bring Ralph back on.
Oh, okay. So, Ralph and I fished a tournament. We can talk about that a little bit. We got back, and our club decided we were going to go to this particular place for lunch. So, being that we were going to have to park Ralph's boat in the parking lot, Ralph decided we were going to put the cover on it so he wouldn't have to, put all his rods and everything, secure everything, just make it easy. So we put the cover on, and then I looked at my phone to see how far this restaurant was from us. And I set my phone down, and we tightened up the straps, and I jumped in my car, and off we went. We got about a quarter of a mile, and I reach over for my phone, and it's not there.
What?
I had left it on the top of Ralph's boat cover. So we both pull over. I said, I can't find my phone. So he tries calling my phone. It's ringing. I'm searching in the car. Can't find it. And then, the mind's eye says, yep, I left it on the cover.
Oh my God.
What cover? What are you talking about? I said, I left it on a boat cover. I left it right there. And I'm pointing right where I had it. And Ralph's like, are you sure? And he's calling it, and it's going to voicemail, and he's calling it, and it's going to voicemail, and calling it. He's like, it's ringing. And I'm looking in the car, and nothing. And then he says, did you have the volume turned up? Yep, all of that. Well, I'm driving down the road now looking for my phone wherever it could be. I couldn't locate it. I come back, and then I get the bright idea. Call my wife from Ralph's phone. And Ralph stood there with an open mouth because my wife was crying. Because I had that Life 360 on my phone.
Oh, shit.
And when my phone went tumbling off of Ralph's boat, it reported that I was in a crash.
Shut up!
My wife was in a complete panic. She was changing her clothes and everything. I had to tell her I was okay. I'm all right. And Ralph's like, oh my God, your poor wife. I can't believe this. So Ralph got to know my wife through the phone.
I bet it.
But we actually started using that Life 360.
Yeah.
And my wife's giving us directions as to where the phone is at. So then we're walking back and forth, and all of a sudden I see the little glint of the apple on the top of my phone.
Oh my God.
And I grab it, and I'm like, I found it. Well, the next thing I see is Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office is on its way.
Oh
because
no.
also sent an alert to the county sheriff's office that I was in an accident.
Oh my God.
So I'm texting back to them saying I'm not in an accident. I'm okay. You can call off the deputies and everything. Well, as we're leaving, we see 2 deputies coming the other way, which were probably ones looking for me. We get to the restaurant, and the guys are like, "Yeah, we saw an ambulance and freaking cop
Fire
cars
truck.
going that direction."
Oh my God.
But so yes, I recovered my phone. Screen is not cracked. I had a really good case on it. So if you're old and stupid like me, make sure you get a nice sturdy case.
Wow.
The case did not survive. I don't know where that went, but I got a new case. It's going to be here tonight, Ralph.
Oh, nice. That's
So
coming.
Ralph, tell him what I did after we found my phone and we got back in my car to drive back to your boat.
Yeah. So as we're walking, also too, some guy came out of his house and was like, "Y'all need help." He's barefoot, pot bellied, just walking up and down the road, helping us look for it. Cars are whizzing by, like this is crazy. So Marty had moved his truck further up the road by a power substation and was looking up that way, and his wife's still trying to grab at it. So we get in the car. I'm like, we move a bunch of stuff out of the seat because I left my truck and boat at the marina because I didn't want to be trying to turn the trailer around. Marty gets in there. He moves his glasses. He moves the stuff out the seat. He puts the phone up on top of the car while he's moving the stuff. And I'm like, all right, cool. Then I get
What
in
did
the
I
car.
say? What did I say?
He's like, I'll make sure I'm not going to leave it on top of my car. I'm not going to leave it here. And he goes right ahead and leaves it on top of the car on the sunroof. And we get in the car and we go driving back towards the marina about a quarter of a mile to get back to my truck. I get out of his seat, go to get in my truck to follow him to the restaurant, look up on top of the sunroof, and the phone is sitting on top of the sunroof again. Almost falling through.
God.
So we had a fun time, let me tell you.
Yeah, so we got to the restaurant and the guys are talking about the ambulance and the cop cars.
Oh yeah, it was 2 sheriff's deputies, the volunteer fire department's right down the road, ambulance was coming, like they were coming to save Marty from whatever happened. But I felt so bad for his wife. Oh my God.
Wow.
She was so emotional. I didn't realize it at first. And then I said 360, and I didn't know 360 did all that. I don't have anyone that my 360 is going to alert. So,
well, it'll alert the police department, anyways. No, I did not get charged for the ambulance or anything like that because I was able to text them and confirm that I was not in an accident and that I was okay. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was part of our fun. We fished for what? 5 hours? 4 hours?
Yeah, 5, almost 6 hours. Yeah.
We caught 1 fish combined, and it weighed exactly 1 pound.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
But we're going to give it another try. We're going to give it another try this Sunday.
Yeah, our lake out there is it's a power plant lake. It's a power plant lake, and it has a warm side, and that's a private side. And only people that live there can launch from, and then the rest of the lake is open, and it's the moderately deep lake. I think the deepest points are probably 100 feet, maybe or so. But they get big bags out of there. I think you've had Matt Streichel on here before, SB Fishing. There's a couple of the local hammers. They were pulling 30-pound bags out this winter.
Wow.
Definitely.
All right, guys, I want to show you guys a new bait, and I want you to tell me what you think.
All right.
This is can you guys see this? Here, I'm gonna hold on. I think all right. Can you guys see me still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh wow, I like that.
Now that is different.
That blade thing is catching on to a lot of stuff this time around.
Yep.
So this is either April or May's product testing bait. I've never seen a bait like this before. I've never thrown it, to answer that question. Tattered Steel, thank you for becoming a member. But I'll be interested to see if you guys like it or not. I mean, for all I know, this could be the worst thing on the planet. But here's what I can tell you. When the brand proposed it to me, I was like, is this all you got? Because I was like, I wasn't sure. Like, I was like, is this just a gimmick? And then they showed me another one, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But when they showed me this, I was like, okay, I mean, this is different. It's definitely different. And if it's different, we might as well give it a try. They haven't released it yet, and I can't find another brand that has a bait like this.
I'd put a bigger blade on it.
A bigger blade?
I'd take that blade off and put on a bigger blade, because those hooks are going to swing back as you're pulling it through the water, so you're not going to get any noise.
Right.
But if you put a bigger blade on that, you might get a little noise out of it too.
It's got some, let me see. How do I do this without Nah, not really. Anyway.
Yeah, that blade attachment catching on to a lot of baits. I showed Marty, we got a local company around here, Tiger Crankbaits. They have a shatter bait that has a blade underneath it. It's kind of like a cross between a jig, a chatterbait, and a blade underneath it, and obviously the crankbaits have them. So I think that's gonna be the next big phase. Everybody's gonna put blades on their baits.
That's why I put such a big blade on this thing, right?
Yep.
So when I slow that down, it's hitting that head, and making the noise. That's why I like a bigger blade.
Yeah.
And a willow leaf.
Yeah.
That way, because you can get what, 7s, 8s, 9s. I like the bigger blades.
Yeah.
I'll even change them out on my spinner baits.
To answer everyone's question, I can't tell you if this is suspending or floating. I can't tell you what the action is. It literally arrived today. I have it in like 3 different colors. One of the colors I think is, again, this is my opinion. This is not my product. This is your product testing bait. I think one of the patterns is awful. I think the other 2 are great.
Notice the red belly on that. Remember in my last bait hacks, I talked about putting the color on the underside of on flukes and why I do that. But yeah.
Here's another bait. And again, I don't know if this is April, if these are April or May baits, because I just got the samples today. Here's another one. It's it's got a pretty good sized lip. I don't have the details on how far it goes, but it's an interesting little bait. I mean, I can't say that it's anything that I haven't seen before, but then again, it's kind of hard to put something out that most people haven't seen.
It does look a lot like a money badger.
Like a money, yeah. I don't think I've held a money badger in a long time well enough to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I like it.
Yeah, there's some color on the bottom, little pink or red in the front, and little yellow and chartreuse. But
I like that.
Yeah, so we're gonna find out. You guys are gonna put it to the test. We're gonna provide some feedback, and since it's been a year, some of these baits are actually gonna start coming out, which is gonna be interesting because we're gonna then be able to say, okay, the buzz bait that you guys tested has now become this product from this brand. And I think that's pretty cool. And someone always asks me, aren't these just your baits? The answer is no. None of them are mine. If they were, I would tell you straight up, like, here's a bait. I'm thinking about making this. You tell me if it sucks or not. And we all know it would be a frog because I don't know how to make a frog. I know.
I definitely believe that the newer, different little tidbits or little small adjustments to lures will make a difference, especially with some of these pressured lakes. Because, like Marty knows right here by us, Lake Anna. Lake Anna was already a pressured lake, recreation and fishing wise, and now with the opening of the Potomac, it's just getting tons of people out there. So I think any little variation is going to make a difference in my book. I feel like.
Okay.
Yep. So hey, you know,
keeping in line with some tackle tips.
Tackle tips.
Tackle hacks.
A lot of people throw swim jigs and things like that. I don't know if people know that you can go and get your own
Queen's tackle. I put those in the box.
Yep.
Many years ago.
You can make your own chatterbaits. You know, you just throw this on any of your jigs and things like that. They're not really expensive. They're pretty cheap. They last really good.
Oh, you know what? I should do that. Maybe I should just come out with some of those. Or, I mean, I think I can get some more of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember those coming in the box. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
I mean, I definitely would like more of them because I
what
throw
were they
them on.
Oh, switchblade.
Blades. Yep. Queen tackle, switchblade blades.
I think they were at the Classic or somebody got them. I remember seeing them at the Classic.
I can get about 500 of them.
Yeah.
Nice.
What area of the country should get those?
Everywhere.
You can get like 500.
Just divide them half and half or something.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not how it works.
Probably south.
I would say, yeah.
I'll try and do that.
Yep. So there's one.
I'm so addicted to this thing.
All right. You seen those?
The Cali clip?
Yep.
No.
Okay. So, Rick, I don't know if you've ever fished a drop shot. Ralph, have you fished a drop shot?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you had this weight dangling off a piece of line with a hook, and it gets tangled up. It gets, you know, if you don't hook it up right, it twists around other lines and poles and just becomes, you know, a pain. Well, these little things, I gotta looking right now. Anyways,
where
here,
the heck did those go?
I got something. Hold on.
Well, this ought to be good.
This ought to be good. Oh,
What is that?
Monster bass rod.
Oh,
One of the older ones.
I have one right here.
One of the older ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is nice. Nice.
Yep. This is, what one is this? This is the Lunker Stick Modulus MSR 370F.
Oh,
All right. So,
I can tell you what, I cleaned it all up. This one is a casting. It's a 7.4 fast.
all right. So these Cali clips come in 3 different sizes, depending on, you know, your rod. But what you do is you don't drop them.
Don't drop them.
You snap it onto your rod.
Yep.
And when you rig up your drop shot, you can take your weight. Let's make believe this is a drop shot weight.
Okay.
You slide it right into this little groove here. And it essentially pegs your weight on your rod.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that way it holds your drop shot weight here, and then your hook and everything will be in line with your rod. So it prevents it from twisting around and hanging up. I love these things for drop shots.
That wouldn't help me at all
Why?
because I don't fish drop shots. It's boring. Listen, I know I would catch more fish and I'd probably have more fun, but the idea of standing there and going like this.
That's the same discussion we had on Sunday. And so we made a pact that I would power fish and Marty would slow fish and we would see what they would eat. And albeit 1 pound, I did catch that one on.
Yeah, there's no question the drop shot catches fish. There's no question. But the idea of standing there with a little spinning rod and going, like I want to chuck it, and I want to like catch.
You got to make that face.
Yeah.
I think the one time I would throw it is like if I could see a fish, like if I'm in the shallows and I can see a fish on bed. Like me and Marty saw plenty of rocks and shell beds and gravel. Like if I'm standing there and I see a fish there and I know I can cast to it and fish to it, then I probably would. But just blind casting and drop that, I need to feel that motion movement.
I love this.
I can finesse fish. I can slow down.
That's why we make good partners.
Maybe it's because I'm old. I can slow down.
Yeah, maybe.
Doesn't bother me.
I mean, look, I'm making a whole line of finesse-sized baits from Grande Bass, and then I'm making some big monster ones because I figure I got to cover all these categories. And if I don't make this thing, you know what? I've had this at my house for about maybe 8 months. And now everyone wants to buy it. And I told Cupcake I'd send it to her. She's like, we have to make these things. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it kind of just looks like I don't know.
An alien.
A sperm. Yeah,
I turn around and made my own stuff. I took Z-Man plastics and a needle and skirt material and ran it through, and the first cast I made with one of them, I caught a bass.
Nope.
So
I think I have like 3 or 4 that I got. A couple from Tiger Tank baits, and apparently got the other ones going, but here to give it a while.
Yeah, I don't know. However much they sell for, I think what, $15, $16.
Oh no.
Okay.
No. These are sold out everywhere. I can sell this for $50 right now.
Yep.
It's the dumbest thing.
It is.
But the next trade is already coming.
What is it?
The slime. You saw what Berkeley came out with? Wendell and
Bingo.
Is it really the next craze though?
It wasn't on my bingo card, but I guarantee you people are going into it. It looks pretty cool, especially in the video they showed, but who knows? I mean, hell, if Dylan Up is using it and he wanted.
I don't know.
All right, boys. Let's remember, we got 12 minutes before they cut the power to my house.
Okay. One last hack?
Yes, I want hacks.
All right. Regular Cinco, right?
Let me guess what he's going to do. He's going to cut it. And
then what am I going to do?
And then he's going to he's going to put it, you're going to screw something into it.
Hey, I'm going to poke something into it.
Mm. Oh, yeah, we did talk about this, yeah. I remember this now, yeah.
Right there.
Yep.
Right there. Cinco. Little flash.
So you got a Cinco spin.
Yep. A Cinco spin. Not an underspin, not an overspin, but a Cinco
it's
spin.
A Cinco swim.
Because they sell those specifically for that, don't they? Because I have.
Yeah. I got some that you poke in like this one, and then other ones that have the screw lock on them.
Yep.
What's better, poke them in or spin it or stick them in?
I like the push ins. I don't like the screw.
So what's the end? What's the end like? Is it like a little nail? Yeah, right there.
Oh, so it's got a little keeper, got a little reverse keepers. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
That'll hold. That'll hold.
What brand is that?
I couldn't tell you.
I want to make
I don't
those.
know.
I
They
feel
keep-
like the screw would be better though.
I forgot where I got some. I think I got them at one of the fishing shows this winter. I can't remember what company it was, but I remember seeing those.
Well,
Or a
so
version of
Rick,
it, I should say.
the difference is this.
I think Graham said Z-Man. Yeah, everyone's saying
So-
Z-Man. You want to make them.
No.
pretty much-
Caro said punch or screw. Either way, it's priceless commentary.
I mean, you see the difference in the depth. I mean, the keepers are about in the same place, but I mean, I'm holding these pretty even there. So, I mean, I do like the punch ends better.
I would even think of maybe trying that on other different types of plastics too, because it's just going to add something different to a bait,
Exactly.
crawls or whatever. It's going to give them something that maybe they haven't seen.
Right.
Hmm.
Yep. I mean, you can put them on the old rattlesnakers.
You could.
You could.
Put them on
But
a
I ain't
man's
gonna-
jelly worm.
Yeah.
I told Marty Rick at the classic, we actually met the guy who like owned Man's, me and Brendan Brown, and I think Jermaine from Mainstream Fishing was standing there with us. And this guy came up and was just like talking and looking at Brendan's lures and talking about lures. And he was like, "Yeah, I used to do that. I owned Man's for 37 years." I was just like, "What?" And he went about his way. I'm like, you know how much knowledge is in that man's head?
That's crazy. All right, boys. My question to you is this: I've got a jointed swim bait. You can have 4 patterns. What are the 4 patterns? And I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask everyone in the chat. So comment in the chat and give me the 4 patterns that you want. I want to hear from you guys what you think.
You go first, Ralph.
I would definitely say bluegill.
I'll say that's one.
Okay.
Blueback shad.
I'll go with a bone colored.
And then I would say red. I don't know why,
what?
but a red one, like a craw red, because it's just something different. I feel like something bright like that, just a fire red, maybe. Yeah. And that's what I mean. Granted, that's what I caught a fish for this weekend, so I'm partial to red right now.
All right. So what else we got?
How about? Remember we talked about that creamsicle?
Oh yeah, the Alex Rudd one,
Maybe,
yeah.
but maybe instead of the orange of creamsicle, make it red sickle.
Yeah.
Make the base red and then have the crackle over the top of that.
Yeah, that one you did for Rudd, the Rudd sickle, creamsicle, whatever that one was. That was the second year I had my boat. That was when I put the first fish in my boat.
God, I don't even remember what that looked like.
I could send you a picture. I have it. I actually have it tied on. I think actually.
Hold on. I could make those again. It's funny. Someone asked me to make those
because I saved it every year. The first lure I catch a bass on, I save it as like a memento. And that was the second year I had my boat. It was on that because I remember texting Alex when I did it, and I put it on my little mantle with all my army stuff or whatever.
Was it the Seeker 6?
No, it was a hammerhead square bill.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So
I haven't had those in years.
Yep.
Like that color.
That's it. Yep.
But that's the red, and this is a Seeker 6.
And that red hook, I like that too. I think that.
Yep.
So people will swear by the red hooks, and I've had some luck with it. I feel like it adds a. I don't know if they think it's bleeding or.
Exactly.
Depending on what expert you ask, if they see red, I don't know, but I definitely.
So you want a jointed swim bait in that color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I was thinking like we need like a trout, a shad, a bluegill, and a bone colored. But I mean,
why bone colored? Why? For a swim bait, I don't think you need a bone color.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can do like 3 of the your standard ones, and then one just off one. And I think that red or some version of a red would just do. Oh yeah,
That's gold dust.
I like that. Yeah,
Is it?
I feel like that would work.
Yep.
I feel like if you put that on a swim bait on a sunny day in clear water, I feel like that would work. You'd get the.
Yeah,
glimmer
I
in
feel
the
like
sun.
our guest last week was very knowledgeable and had very good insight, and he agrees with me. Bone catches everything. Gramps.
Blue and chartreuse.
Yeah, I got
That's
a better
shad.
version of that
Yep.
now.
Yeah.
I got a Map Pro Blue chartreuse.
Yep. Yeah, that'll work.
What else just came in? Let me see what just came in. Oh, yeah. How about this color? Maybe this color does the job. This color actually might be pretty damn good.
Like that.
Yeah.
How's that
So
sound? Is that one? Is that one beat or 3 beat?
No, it's one.
It's one, but the front has that weight transfer, right?
Okay, I see it. Yeah, I think that might do all right. Yeah. I think it all depends on the forage of the lakes. Just
Yeah.
Because you can't, I know the light's showing it, but you can't, it's hard to say. I definitely want one of them to be a matte finish. Ow, ow, ow. And I'm switching hooks.
Again?
Yeah. I'm going to try some new ones. I'm going to work with Kona. Listen, I was using BKK before anyone in the U.S. was fishing BKKs. And then I made a switch, and I want to try these Konas. They're made in the exact same factory as Gamakatsu. And I know the guy that has the U.S. import for all of them. And
Tell him to make some red number 2 straight shank Nico hooks, would you?
I will.
Red.
I will try. Coley loves the color bone. Oh wait, she loves bone color. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to read into that or not, but
I already have.
I know. We'll have to get her on one. We'll have to get her on the show and talk about it. What else is here? I got a bone colored one. Oh, here's another one. I haven't even got these on the site yet. I think I showed this to you guys. Maybe I didn't, but there's another.
ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I like that blue. Like that, yeah.
All right.
That'll do good in a swim bait.
Yeah. So I thought I'd give you guys all an update that.
Is it a swim bait or glide bait?
The first one's a swim bait. The next one will be a glide bait.
What kind of bill on it?
Bro, I don't know.
Ralph, give me your pitch. What kind of bill do you want on it?
I like that computer chip.
The circuit.
That
board.
one, or do you
Circuit
like,
board.
or do you like that one that you were throwing, that squared off one?
Yeah, it's got like the little step bill, so it's the 6-inch swank is what I had, but it equates to the what's the Berkeley version of it, the hybrid hunter. So I feel like that gets a weird. To me, it feels like it gets like a crazy wobble that just maybe triggers more reaction bites. We'll see how it does in the spawn, but that's what I caught it on. So congratulations, that's my new composite bait.
The L bill. We definitely have
L bill.
that. That bait's in the store right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's gonna release next week.
Oh, awesome. Okay. I'll definitely be buying some of those. Because the lake here gets shallow, you get a lot of shallow flats and stuff. So I feel like that'll do well.
Nice. I will tell you this. I've been sending out when we get a new bait. I've been putting it out to the to pro staff first because I've been buying everything with one limited edition color, like one exclusive color, and the it never makes it to the public. Pro Staff always takes that limited color, and there's never any left.
I ordered three baits today.
You did? Or you ordered what?
3 of the buzz bait.
Oh, you did? Oh, right on.
I was standing in the courtyard of the Pentagon when you sent the text, and I ordered it on the spot.
Well, pay attention for your next text because I'm going to give you guys free T-shirts.
Oh,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is it the Pro Staff ones?
No.
No.
I decided not to do that because what do you do when you're left when you order a big quantity and you're left with them, and it's 2026 and they say 2023?
Yeah.
Then you're just like, here, take them.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha.
But all right, boys, listen, I don't want to cut us off, but they are going to cut the power off to my house to figure out why my house almost burned down. And I can see there's a team of electricians in the driveway. And from what I've been told, I'm not going to have power until a little later tonight because they are splitting circuits and doing all sorts of stuff, just in time for me to leave and move into Marty's house. But that being said, Ralph, if you've got room at the frat house and you're looking for someone that can cook really well, I'm your guy. And so all you got to do is let me know, and I'm happy to.
4 bedrooms and 3 floors, and it's just me and 2 goldfish.
What are you staying at a Kimpton hotel?
No, it's the house I qualified for when I moved on base because of my rank.
Wow. You must score all the ladies. You'd be like, yeah, that's mine. The one up there at the top of the hill with the big long driveway.
Oh no, they're like townhomes, and they're older, like built in the 50s or 60s. So I don't have a yard, and it's just like regular street parking. So it's kind of how I don't want to bore you on the details. It's kind of like how the Army does it, but it's perfect, and it's right next to the marina. So I'm like walking distance to where my boat's parked with a boat launch.
Wow,
So
General, it sounds awesome. It sounds awful.
But no, it's been awesome. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah,
And then I'm also, and he's in there. I just want to say I'm glad Gramps is back. I don't know if you watched us live last night, but I'm glad he's back. I was glad to be on there with him. And he's an inspiration. As much as he says we're an inspiration, he's an inspiration. I just wanted to put that out there. So we're happy to see you back, Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's wish Coley some safe travels. She's taking her spider bite on the road and heading down to, I don't know, Texas or something for a content meetup. Let's give some props to Mike Dove, who Shields, Thorn Brothers, and Omnia are carrying, just placed their order for Monster Bass. Shields, the big Shields up in Eau Claire, Minnesota. Or one, I don't know which ones. There's a whole bunch of Shields that have ordered the product. And so, we can find Monster Bass in a lot more places. So thank you to him. And
thank you to Matt Brown.
Yeah.
Who's that? What's he do?
He's running a tournament for Monster Bass.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him. He's so small. Sometimes I step on him and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, little buddy. And thank you to Matt Brown. And if you guys aren't aware, we're having a fishing tournament online. Go to monsterbass.com/tournament. You can get all the details that you want. And it's going to be a ton of fun. So that's great. And what else?
God bless everyone. Enjoy yourselves. Lift your head up, look around, see what you can see. Enjoy life. Don't sweat the small stuff.
And swipe right.
There you go.
All right, you guys. For those asking about the pro staff, is if it all goes well tomorrow night, we're gonna do one a little later. I've got a call at noon tomorrow. Oh. Just booked an appointment to look at a place. God, if I screw this up, she's going to be so mad at me. Let me see. I double booked myself. Son of a. All right. If all goes well, we're having a meeting tomorrow night, which I will record and then play for everybody. And I can't remember what else.
Next Wednesday, I won't be here.
Me either.
Oh, okay. You're not doing
No,
a live
I'll be
this
here.
week?
I'll be here.
Yeah. No, I got a work call that's going to go until 10:30 at night. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Marty does all the fun stuff.
Yeah. Bon Jovi. I'd just like to say that. Bon Jovi. Lunker sticks are shipping. So we've got them in stock, the Lunker Stick Pros. So you'll see it. Invites for the pro staff meeting will be sent out tomorrow. Golden tickets. If you've got golden tickets, put them in the chat right now. I'm going to pick one. You know the routine. If I call your number, email me at rick@monsterbass.com because Operation Garage Cleanout is in full effect. In fact, one of my electricians is like, he goes, "You still work at that fishing company?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "What do you got that's good for fishing?" I'm like, "Well, where are you fishing?" He goes, "I don't know, the lakes." And I'm like, "What lake you fish at?" And then he fumbled and he gave me a name of a lake that I've never even heard of. I'm like, "You don't fish?" He goes, "No, I do. I do." I'm like, "All right, what do you want?" And I gave him a whole bunch of stuff. I reached into the bag and everything that I could find that was Guggen Squad that was in the thing, I gave to him. I even gave him a Guggen Squad money bag that somehow I ended up with.
You remember what you did for me like years ago? Like I won one of your giveaways and you gave me like a garage sack. And it's a Daiwa like dive bag that's like waterproof. And like and you just stuffed it with stuff. I mean the box came, I picked it up, I was like, "What is this?" And I opened it up and you must have had 100+ lures in there. You just raked it all off the shelf.
He sent what the heck? He sent me emergency butt wiping kits.
You're welcome.
That's what I got.
You're welcome.
I mean, actually, I just found that and I actually just tossed that out the other day.
I still have the bag.
Look at that. Look at that.
And it's a bag too, sturdy, waterproof, and everything. And you just
I went to some show and they gave it to me. I was never going to use it. Marty, if you want one, I've got a collector's item in the garage.
Yeah.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I still have some of those lures to this day. I still remember that. It was so good. Oh my God. It's so much fun tonight.
Hey, while everyone's still putting in the numbers and Rick walked away because I'm quite sure he forgot about it. There's a lot of numbers coming in. But hey, I want to thank everyone that's online. Sometimes we all need prayers, and it's easy to open up and let us know. We'll all pray for you. So thank you. Oh yeah, I could use that, Rick.
Okay, so this is a waterproof, one of a kind. They made it for me. The factory did, and I just never made them. And it's just like those Yeti ones,
Wow.
It's all lined, it's waterproof and everything.
Are you going to send that to me?
Well, here's what I was going to do, but now I feel bad because I gave the Master Sergeant or Master Chief, one of the two, I don't remember. Either one of them was in Halo and helped me through it. But I was gonna fill this and then auction it off. But here's what I'm gonna do instead. I'm gonna send this one to you. I might have broken the glass. I'm gonna send that one to you, and I will fill my other bag that I'm gonna up, and I will donate stuff for that one.
Nice.
Oh,
you want that one?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, it's not that great.
It's okay. I'll use it.
The zipper is kind of tough because it's one of those really sturdy waterproof ones, not like
the
that
one
ones
is
that are. Yeah, they're hard. If you want it, it's yours.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, I have walnut oil. I have, coconut oil, I'll fix it.
What you do in your free time, I don't
Teflon
need
spray.
to know. This is a kid-friendly show, Marty. It's a kid-friendly show.
I got a case of baby oil.
Jesus, oh my god!
You know,
Listen, Diddy.
and I.
It's
Oh my god!
Boom. No, I tell you, hey, and here's another little helpful hint. Anyone that has cutting boards, wooden cutting boards, and they go and they buy the cutting board oil and all that stuff, and it's not cheap. Don't do that.
olive
Go
oil.
to the grocery store. Go to the grocery store and get a big thing of walnut oil. It costs like $3, and use that.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Or here's a novel concept. Just go buy a new cutting board. They're cheap.
Mine aren't.
Well, listen, I didn't work for the government. I don't have your top secret clearance anymore. I mean, all I have is G14. That doesn't give me crap. We didn't even call the president today. None of it. Ralph, you didn't get me an invite to the president or the governor's ball or anything.
I did see the Sec War today. We had our monthly Sec War prayer service in the Pentagon. It's really cool. A little voluntary thing.
Can I get invited to that?
Yeah, actually, you can.
For real?
There's people that he has guests every time, so it's actually pretty cool. It's all voluntary. But whoever wants to go, today was I'd say probably 300 people.
And who leads this?
The Secretary of War. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We used to have them outside. It was too cold, but I think we're going to start going back outside here and hopefully next month. But that's pretty cool. I mean, it's all voluntary. You know, nobody's forced to go or anything like that. But it's really cool. Kind of goes back to what Marty was saying in the beginning.
I got to tell you, I've seen Digging with Eddie's number at least 16 times.
You just copy and paste.
That's what he's doing. I mean,
Well,
I'm not
using
judging. I'm just saying it's working. I see your number.
Of course, you're just using a random generator, right? Oh yeah! Wow. Oh wow.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah,
Well,
I have a custom one that someone made me as a gift.
Mine aren't cheap.
That's good. That's good wood too. Yeah. I don't do enough cutting to need a
Marty,
fancy
you have
cutting
some
board.
Marty's got really nice wood.
Thank
All right,
you.
so tonight's golden ticket number is 53289. If that's your number, email me at rick@monsterbass.com. Your name, your address, and your shirt size. And I got to get going because I went out to run to the garage and the guy's like, "What do we have to turn the power off?" And I'm like, "All right, I'm coming." So we'll see
All right.
everyone. We'll see everyone next week. Thank you guys for coming on and stay safe out there.
All right. Thanks. God bless.
God
Bye,
bless.
everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.